All right, good morning, Kipster. Today is Wednesday. That means what? It's hump day. That means we're closer to Friday where we could rest a little bit and not have to worry about doing too much work. Just a little bit, right? Right. All right, let's slide right into this vocabulary for today. So we already know our two vocabulary words so far. One was relinquish, one was tentative, okay? Our word for today is dawdled. So you already know what your job is. So you have to find that definition of that word, which I'm talking about the word of the day. Then you're writing your own definition from that word, and then you're making a sentence with that word, okay? Because then I'll be looking and checking to see who has the best sentences. And my top 5 will get a surprise because my top 5 will get a surprise. My top 5 will get a surprise. Hey, hey. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get right into this lesson for today. So today our objective is summarizing informational text. Summarizing informational text. Okay, Miss Hall. Give me a little help. So what I want to do is I'm going to tell you the what, the why, and the how. Okay? The what, the why, and the how. Cool. All right. So the what, we're identifying central ideas and informational text and important details that support these ideas. We will summarize the informational text by restating that the central idea and important details are in our own words. Okay? So we're putting it into our own words. And then we're providing an objective summary that is free of personal opinions and judgment. Cool? Cool. So that's our what, our why. When we close read, it helps us identify a central idea of the text. Then there's hints that's along the side of the story that helps us recognize a summary that includes important details and does not include opinions. That's our why. Our how. Us as scholars will read short informational text and identify central ideas and important details using the graphic organizer like you see below. Right? We will use the information of central idea and important details to write a summary of the informative text. Okay? Sounds easy, right? Doesn't sound like a lot because we get this. So let's get ready. Let's get set. Let's get started. Let's go. All right. So what do you do when a friend sees you reading and asks, "What is the article about?" You don't recite the article word by word, right? That's crazy. So the best response is to give a summary, a brief statement of the article, important details, and central ideas in your own words. A summary should be objective or free of any opinion or personal belief. Right? Yes. All right, let's go ahead and read this. So, while we're reading, I want you to think about what is the most important points. Okay? So, yeah. I'm sorry. 1 second. All right. A local woman was injured while water skiing with a large silver carp. Jumped across her path and broke her jaw. State park officials indicated that this non-native species is known to fly over the water when it is disturbed. Many consider this fish to be a public nuisance. Okay? All right, so it's not a lot from that, right? So just by this, we're going to go ahead and walk through the answers that they gave us. They said that the central idea is about a non-native species of fish, silver carp, can injure people. So one of the important details was silver carp fly over the water. The second important details was silver carps are non-native species. The third one is silver carp injured a water skier. Yes? So when we go back up to the central idea is okay because the author is talking about this fish and how it injured a local woman, right? Just like the important details are good because they relate to the central idea. So meaning the summary will be a whole lot easier for us to write, yes? Yes. So the summary is a non-native fish, species known as a silver carp is dangerous because it can cause injury to people. So the summary is good because it's short, it relates to the central idea, and it's important detail, and it uses the writer's own words. Right? Yes. So us as good readers, we're recognizing the central idea, whether it's stated or implied. We identified important details in the text. These ideas and details are what we will use when we summarize the text, making sure we don't include no opinions and making sure that we do not include, and also making sure we don't include non-essential information. Now let's try another one, the next one, the invaders. So I just want to give you a little quick reminder that we're reading this piece of informational text so that we can identify the important details and summarize the text. Okay, I just want to be able to start with what we're trying to do. So we know that while we're reading, I should probably take notes. I should probably write this down because this is important. Okay. All right. So you can't see me, you can just hear me, which is totally fine. So, during the early 1900s, two kind of invasive organisms turned into water waves in the United States. One was an Asiatic claim, a fast-growing shellfish that crowds out of other aquatic animals. The other one was milfoil, a fast-growing aquatic plant that overcomes and displaces native water plants. Okay, so that's just paragraph 1. Let's go ahead and move on to paragraph 2. All right. Again, you can't see me, you can just hear me read along. Wildlife officials are seeing once smooth freshwater beaches littered with sharp, tiny shells, though Asiatic clams are rarely larger than 1.5 inches across. The sheer number of shells is cause for concern. The highest population occur near power and wastewater plants. The claims cause problems by biofouling or clogging intake valves. But biofouling also occur in erratic canyons, not canyons, canals, and pipes in drinking water facilities. Repairing damage caused by Asiatic claims is expensive. Experts estimate that the price tag has reached $1 billion per year in the United States. Okay? All right, you can see me again. Hi. Okay, so this is when you ask yourself, how can you best summarize this text? How can you summarize the text? So the author presented a central idea in each paragraph, but does not state it directly. The important text details support the central idea, so identify them, and then that will help determine the central idea. This in turn will help us with our summary. Yes? Yes. Okay. So the central idea, it gives us the central idea. The central idea is, all right, so biofouling by Asiatic claims one type of invasive species in the U.S. waterways cause costly repair to industrial and to agriculture water facilities. Agriculture. All right, so now we're trying to find the important detail from the text, 2 of them, and then a summary. Yes? Yes. So we need to come up with that important text detail. So I'm gonna walk you through the way I would think out loud, okay? So again, you're not gonna be able to see me, you're just gonna be able to hear me, so listen. Move this up. All right. So this summary, so to summarize this bulletin, right? I'll think about the central idea of each paragraph. After I read, I ask myself, what is the central message, right? The author wants to share. In paragraph 1, I see the author identifies 2 types of invasion organism, right? Invasive organisms, found in the water waves. So that's already something that I'm thinking about, right? But that's only in paragraph 1. Is this question really asking me about paragraph 1? No, it's not. What is it actually asking me about? Paragraph 2. Yes. All right, so the Asiatic claim, the milfoil. In paragraph 2, I see that the author describes the Asiatic claims as invasive and destructive, causing damage to the industrial and agricultural facilities. I see the additional details I provided about this idea. So my conclusion will be what this paragraph is mostly about, right? So that's what I would conclude. My first important detail from the text, remember for paragraph 2, I will put the important detail is the claim. Shells are small but numerous, okay? And then my second one will be the cost of repairing damage caused by the Asiatic claims has reached $1 billion per year in the United States. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip over so that you can see my 2 claims written out so that you can write those down because you never know when you may see them again. Hint, hint, you should be writing these down. I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right. If you need to see that again, rewind, pause. So what I want you to do is in your exit ticket, aka it would be called your reading questions. Reading questions is where you would go to finish this, okay? So in your reading questions, you're gonna answer what the summary, what you put together for the summary of this article, okay? So invaders. You're gonna have a question actually what the summary of this passage or text is about, okay? Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and move on down. All right, so you're going to continue reading. Make sure you're paying attention to the hints and your close reading on the side, answering this question. Again, in your actual lesson folder, what you're going to look at is the reading questions to answer the summary and also to answer these 2, this one up here and this one down there, okay? And then the summary down here. So you will continue to do this part on your own. Yes? Yes. Also, go ahead and scoot down a little bit more. Just like yesterday, you have another story that you will completely do on your own, which means you will go through it, you will read, you will annotate, and you will find the 2 important details. You also will find a central idea. Now, where you will find the questions for this one is in your guided practice sheet, okay? So we'll say guided practice. That's how you know that this goes with those questions. That's where you'll be able to put your questions so that you can turn them in so Ms. Hall can check them. Also, you have another practice that's called, when you see it, it will say CC practice. Anytime it says CC practice, just know that it's inside of the actual lesson we were going through. So I just want to clear this up. I had a few questions. I'm glad I actually stumbled onto saying this. So you will always have your materials inside of your folder. It will say materials for whatever that day is, okay? With that being said, just like if we was doing a packet, you know how we have our PDN, we have our notes, we have the I do, we have the we do, we have the you do, and the practice, right? It's just like that. So if this was a packet at school, this part right here, we already did the PDN, we already did the notes, we did the I do, right? And then the you do. This is where the you do will start, okay? So you go on and you finish off, and there's 2 more stories under here. And then boom, you're done, okay? But this is what I'm saying, that the material will always be uploaded. So you need to always look into that material folder and you will find where your CC practice is and where your guided practice is and where your reading questions are, all right? Because there will always be those 3 things that I need you to fill out. Yes, yes. Also, if you're done early, you can go ahead and head over to iExcel so that you can be able to get some more practice in. If you have any questions, guys, please go ahead and send me a message, shoot me a text, even leave me comments on the post. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys get out to a good start with your morning. And I also hope you guys enjoy my video. You guys have a great night, well, a great day, and hope to see you soon. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.